All right, should be a pretty quick and straightforward recording tonight, guys. We're just doing a Bound for Glory recap. Nothing.
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's much going on there.
Yeah, no
What?
controversy.
What are you
Just pretty
talking about?
straightforward.
What are you guys talking about? That whole thing was a controversy. The whole thing was a mess.
What do you mean, Lou? It worked out just fine. Jeff beat you. He beat all of us. There's nothing to let go.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm still waiting for a match. That one.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the View Show Podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's
Rick Hard saying, "Once you go pantsless, you never go back."
and that's
the one-man band, and it sounds like Lou is employing the Curtis Axel tactic of never being eliminated.
Oh man, what a callback!
Man, okay, yes, folks, welcome to TFS Pod. This is the wrestling podcast home of super fans. Slapping each other with facts, opinions, and predictions. Yes, folks, also the home of Goldie. Right there, I have Goldie. I'm holding it. And soon to be three-time champion.
Oh gosh, my hand hurts.
And Rickard, you have a shout out for whom?
We are the number one listened to podcast by adult film stars, folks. And we have a special shout out for Jenna Starr. Yeah. She's pretty great too, to be honest. I've seen some.
Yeah. I gotta say.
I'm gonna do a rating system.
Yeah.
All right, yes, folks. In this episode, we'll be talking about a recap of Bound for Glory. Bound for Glory, which was it was exciting, but I'm still waiting for a match. I am still waiting
Bound for Glory.
Match. I am still waiting.
Bound for Glory. I don't know what you're talking about. Bound for Glory delivered on every single aspect. Major announcement at the end of it. Nothing was left out. It was I don't know what you're talking about. The show went on as planned.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. It missed this. What are you talking about? But yeah, well, you know what? Let me get into it now before we get to other things that we have to do before we get to the recap of Bound for Glory. Yeah, they did have Impact Hall of Fame, which to me is another glorified file cabinet. Until I see a building that is actually a Hall of Fame, their only file cabinet. It's only a file cabinet in their corporate headquarters. Good. But yes, they did have one. They did induct Mike Tenay?
Mike Tenay.
Yeah, and
Iron Mike Tenay.
And his partner that had just passed away was it Don West? I don't know, I got it wrong here.
Yeah, Don West,
and yeah, and I forgot, and who was it? I forgot the other person that was also inducted into the Hall of Fame, female, from the Knockouts era. But yeah, it was a show that had
drawing a blank.
Yeah,
Velvet Sky, was it?
What? Wait, whoa! I gotta fact check that name before you say a name.
No. Hold on.
No,
okay.
That's an actual wrestler. That's an actual wrestler.
We're gonna play that game in the future. Anyway.
Whoa!
Tracy
right.
Brooks. Tracy Brooks.
There we go.
It was Mike Tenay, Don West, and Tracy Brooks. Velvet Sky was a part of the TNA, though. She was part of the Beautiful People.
Yes.
The Beautiful People.
I believe so.
But yeah, they gave more time to that, which was before in the pre-show, which would have been the pre-show. They gave more time to that. So I believe that's why I heard that they scrapped this match right here. So yeah.
Yep.
yeah, so there we are. That was what happened. So there's one thing there going on that's missing.
Yeah, guys, I just want to point this out because I just realized this. People say WWE doesn't care about their women's tag team titles. Yeah, Impact didn't even feel like putting them on the pay per view they were advertised for. So let's take it easy on WWE in the future, huh? Keep this in mind.
Yeah, so it was filmed in Chicago, and I'm going to say it. CM Punk was there, and he walked out.
For an hour.
He was backstage. He was backstage. He didn't go on. He wasn't on the show. So yeah, that didn't happen. But okay, let me give that line. Let me ask for that line that everybody loves to hear. The one man band, give us that line that everybody wants to hear.
Rick Hard, get the scoreboard.
I'm here. I'm here, guys. Sorry, technical difficulties with the scoreboard there.
Okay.
Here we go. Scoreboard standings. You see, that was suspense, Lou. I did what Impact did. I'm keeping you waiting.
I'm waiting for a match.
That said, the scoreboard is brought to you by Barnes & Noble. Folks, nothing beats curling up in bed with a good book, you know? Some books have more curves than others, I hear.
Curve?
And you could hey, books do have curves, okay? You know, right in the spine. Some of them. Look, Lou, you're getting me off topic here, okay? All right? Nothing beats going into bed with a good book, hard copy, really get in between those pages, go into some interesting worlds, maybe escape from reality for a bit. And no place sells more books that I'm aware of than Barnes & Noble. Because when it comes to going to a physical store, meeting some good people, you might even run to the beautiful lady you see in that advertisement.
Well, and also don't forget to leave your bookmark in between the pages.
You know it. You gotta leave your mark. You gotta leave your mark so you can know where you left off. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Because sometimes you gotta take breaks. Sometimes you gotta take breaks in between. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Anyways, that's a sponsor. Barnes & Noble. Go get yourself some books, folks. Give them support their business. Support their business. That said, in first place, unfortunately, 24/7 Lou at 19 points. Okay, anyways. Oh, jeez. Yeah, pulling an Impact. Tie for second place. It's the woman band at 16 points and myself at 16 points. That's a tie for second place. We're right hot on your tail, Lou. Hot on your tail. And then behind us, we've got recently gaining a point. Main Event Jeff at 14 points.
Woo!
And that's all the people that matter, because after that, we've got a tie behind him, and it is between the randomizer and Big Al. They're both at 3 points.
Right.
Followed by another tie between Jay Few, who is at 2 points, alongside Bogey, who still doesn't have a... Whoa. What?
What is that picture?
What? Why is Jenna Starr commenting about Bogey's picture? Does she like clowns? Possible video idea, by the way. If there are any producers out there, I'm calling copyright on that. Anyways, behind that we have Rhino at 1 point. He looks extra dapper in his photo.
That's a fine looking Rhino.
And then everyone else is at 0, including viewers like you. Folks, send us your picks. We do this almost every time, every week of the year. Practically every other week now that it's getting to the end of the year. But we want to hear from you. Give us some picks. Give us your thoughts.
We watch.
Do you like my commentary? Do you like my commentary? Do you like Lou's title reign? Do you want to end it? You can play a part in that. We want to hear from you. Submit those picks. Stop waving your fingers no, Lou. Anyways, that's the scoreboard. Back to you.
Woo.
Yes. Participation would be great from others because we watch a lot of wrestling promotions and we do go for those predictions because that's how it is as a super wrestling fan. So yeah, in this episode we're talking about Bound for Glory. Let's just go right into it. Oh, by the way, who were the participants in this one, Rickard?
We had you, me, the one-man band, Jeff, main event Jeff, and the randomizer. Five-way.
So all right, so the first matchup, which was Chris Sabin versus Kenta, which was not a big surprise to most of us because most of us picked Chris Sabin to win, and everyone got a point. I don't know. Did main event Jeff went with Kenta?
Yeah, main event Jeff went bold there because he thought, it's Bound for Glory. There's bound to be a title change. I guess he doesn't realize that both Motor City Machine Gun members have the titles. So, there was that. Mm-hmm. I thought it was weird too, but he didn't really comment on it because he made up for it in the Battle Royal. So he's like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you. By this point, I was like, yeah, he didn't go with this. What's the matter? He's not going to win this one. But anyway, yeah. Then we had the next match. Here's a picture of it, which was a three-way match between Steve Maclin.
Three-way? It was a four-way. What are you talking about?
Oh, four-way.
Four-way Monsters Ball. It was PCO, Steve Maclin, Moose, and I'm drawing a blank on the fourth person. Somebody help me out.
Hold on.
Rhino. There we go. That's right. I was confused between him and the person who was participating in the picks.
Yeah, there we go. That was it. That was the matchup.
And
so yeah, and then in this one, there was a bit of an attack because Steve Maclin had called Bully Ray soft for what he was doing, and here came out Bully Ray to slow down Steve Maclin, who was on a hot streak out there attacking everyone in this Monster Ball kind of match, which is wild because you get locked up for 24 hours before the match to come out and fight with weapons all around you. So, yeah, Steve Maclin got pushed into the barbed wire table. They got crazy in there. PCO, for some weird reason, wins, which I don't understand that one.
Yeah, let's not take away from the spot Maclin did, by the way, because he landed without a shirt onto barbed wire, bareback onto barbed wire, dude. That had to hurt. Oh. And I'm pretty sure, and it looks like in the picture his thigh got caught in the barbed wire too, because he was screaming his lungs out. So props to Maclin for being willing to do that spot, but nobody got a point. Everybody's perfect score was out the window after this match.
Well, poof, gone. PCO winner on that one. So yeah, next matchup we had ABC versus the Rascals. With again another one, a surprise pick on that one for most of us here, because I don't think anyone picked the ABC except maybe the randomizer.
I think so.
I believe.
Yeah, this was a weird show in the start.
And there it is, the randomizer. So it was looking
randomizer taking the lead. It was not forget main event Jeff. It was looking like this was going to be a bad pay-per-view because the randomizer was in the lead.
I agree.
By the way, very surprised that ABC won with. Considering that counts for another quick title reign. I think quick title reigns are becoming or short title reigns rather are becoming more mainstream again. We're tired of I guess because Roman Reigns has held his title for so long that a bunch of people are going, you know what? We're tired of these 1 year things. Let's stop having guys that eventually go part-time because they have the championship for too long. So let's just do title reigns that are short.
But you see, now you can't say that on Impact because Impact's another thing what they're doing there. Like they've had a good run with the championships as it's been going along. Like I know that Josh Alexander did have the title for a long time, but I mean he was really good. I mean, so it wasn't a bad thing in Impact. It's not a bad thing in Impact as opposed to WWE or whatever. That's another company doing their own thing. So yeah, it was a surprise to see another like a title change.
Well, it's just
ABC got it back.
what I'm basically saying is it feels like it's become a little too predictable that everybody holds the title now for like, oh yeah, they just won it. So I mean, logically, they're not going to lose it at the next pay-per-view. I like that we're adding that, like, no, but what if, what if they do lose it at this pay-per-view? Because I was getting tired of that, like, oh, they just won it, they're not losing it. Like, I want that little, like, what could happen? What could happen? This could really, everything's up for on the line again.
Yeah, because now it's like when you make a prediction now. I mean, you, Ricard, you're gonna think twice.
Whoa! Just me? Just
I'm just gonna follow whatever. I'm gonna do the opposite of whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure you are. Sure you are. More like
matchup. Next matchup: Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey, which was, I don't know. Did you see this match? This was a really good match. A lot of close calls for Mike Bailey to win, and then also for Will Ospreay. I like this match. I thought this was. I
liked the match. I couldn't stand that finish. Mike Bailey ate three finishers, and he kept kicking out. And I was like, come on, this has to be a story about Mike Bailey coming back. And then he lost, and I was like,
Yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure they got me out.
I know.
I went Mike Bailey. The one-man band went Mike Bailey.
And that's where Main Event Jeff got his point.
Yeah, he finally got on the board.
Randomizer had 3. This was looking like a runaway for the randomizer. Until Call Your Shot Gauntlet. That was crazy. Now before
we go into this, I want to ask because One Man Band wasn't here last week, so I kind of want to hear his logic for his pick. You went, if I remember correctly, you went Kenny King for this.
Kenny King, yeah. And
what was the logic there? Yeah.
Because I know he had won a match fairly recently that was a pretty big one. And I don't know. I guess I just kind of said, maybe they'll pull the trigger on him and have him, build on the momentum. But I was wrong.
Yeah.
All right, fair play.
Who did I have? I had who did I have again?
You had Frankie Kazarian, Lou.
Oh yes. I thought it was his time because I don't think he's ever won one of these. He's been.
And your boy got eliminated by my pick and the randomizer's pick. That was beautiful. One of my picks, because I went the bold. Well, not bold actually. That was actually a pretty safe decision there, especially considering CM Punk was apparently in the arena. I was really hoping TBA would have finally won it for me. I had 1 in 4 of the participants in the match out there. Mm-hmm. My TBAs ended up being, I believe, Sonny Kiss, Matt Cardona, who I was super excited when Matt Cardona came out. I said, oh, thank goodness. Because I knew Sonny Kiss wasn't winning it. Johnny Swinger was another one. And I was like, yeah, Johnny Swinger's not winning it. Even though, you know what, I will say this. Johnny Swinger, despite basically originally being like kind of a joke wrestler, has kind of really gotten the fans behind him. I noticed that when he came out. Like there were some legit cheers for him. Yeah, I guess it's because he came back from injury though. So I was pretty surprised by that, but I was like, hey, all right, he's not winning, but that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And then I'm forgetting somebody else, but I know the last TBA was my boy Heath. And I was like, all right. And then Heath got eliminated, and I said, boo. You jerk.
And then we were looking to get a.
By the way, folks, I want to point out. I want to point out that's not a real Slater fact. That's not going to be.
That is. We did get a hefty Slater fact. 527, right there, folks. Write it down. He didn't win.
He didn't win the 2023 Bound for Glory Call Your Shot Gauntlet. Yeah. If every time Slater didn't win a match, it'd be a Slater fact. I'd need more than a 1001 Slater facts.
Oh man, that's messed up. That's messed up.
I'm messing around. Anyways, Yeah.
But we did have a winner. We did have a winner, which was Jordan.
And it was
Grace.
main event Jeff's pick. You want to hear the logic behind main event Jeff making the pick, by the way?
Sure.
Because I asked him after the match. I said, "Hey man, hey man, how did you go based on the decision?" And he said, and he specifically said this. He goes, "All right, so it's Impact. They've had a former women's world champ in Tessa Blanchard. I kind of figured it's an intergender match. Why wouldn't they go with a woman? I feel like a woman's going to win this match." So he looked at the female competitors in the match, and he specifically looked up a picture of all of them, and he saw Jordynne Grace, and he saw her pick, and he said, "Yeah, she's pretty hot. I'm going to go with her." That was his logic.
Oh,
That is the real statement as to what his logic for picking Jordynne Grace to win was. And 1 out of 20, he called his shot, and he was right.
Oh my
Good
God.
God.
Yeah.
And salt on the wound there. Jordynne Grace eliminated my last TBA pick of Matt Cardona, which eliminated me from the match. So even worse.
I was actually worried with Matt Cardona too, by the way.
I got super excited when I saw Matt Cardona come on. I said, "Oh, here we go.
I know.
Here we go."
So yeah, that right there put him right up there with the randomizer. Those 2 points, and that had made Jeff there with the randomizer neck and neck, while the rest of us were just waiting for something. So yeah,
I was eliminated from contention at this point.
Off. All right, so yeah, it paid off for him. So then we had the next matchup, which was Trinity versus Mickie James, and she came out the winner. Trinity held the championship. It wasn't ending the career for Mickie James.
Yeah, this was the match that took one man band out of contention officially.
Yep. I was upset.
I mean, it was a long shot either way, though. And considering they scrapped the tag match, it was definitely not going to happen either way. But
What?
I am curious. What? Whoa! I mean, for one man band, I mean.
What's that?
It was a long shot. Even if Trinity would have lost, it was a long shot.
Yeah, I
There
agree.
we go. Fine.
And now's my chance. Impact Wrestling.
Well, Lou, you should have had an update on the scoreboard before that.
I'll get in a second. But if you were gonna put or promote something, for crying out loud, have the match or do something, a pre-show match, if you're gonna scrap it for something. Look, Mike Tenay having more time to speak, not a bad thing. But at least do a dark match. Not even that you did. Come on. Some people are watching your product. I don't care what name you want to be called. TNA, Impact, whatever. Global Wrestling League, whatever hell it was before.
Global Force Wrestling. And that wasn't what it was.
What is that? Global Force Wrestling. That sounds like an anime name.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that, for some reason, Power Rangers came to mind.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna say that was stupid. I needed that match. I needed that point. I'm not very happy.
I'm from New York.
No, not that. It was more like when they were going to talk about the. Oh well, I'll get to it. I'll get to it in a second. But when they were going to talk about the match anyway, I'll say it now. I don't care. When they were talking about the match, I was like, yeah, the main event. Like, what? Where's my match? Where's my match? That was.
Where's my comeback? Where's my comeback match?
So yeah. Let me just talk about that. So yeah, here's the winner. Here's the scoreboard. I'm off of that already. 4 points for main event Jeff. 3 for me. 3 for the randomizer. 2 for Ricard. One man band already has point in his name. 1. Sorry.
It's all right.
But no donuts, which is a good thing. No donuts were given out tonight or on that night. So yeah, next matchup: Alex Shelley versus Josh Alexander. What do you think of this match, Ricard?
Dude,
I didn't think it was
the match
special.
The match was interesting because I know they did. Was it this match or no, I think it was never mind, it was the Mike Bailey match. I was gonna say they did homages to somebody did a Styles Clash during this show, and it was supposed to be like
Josh
a shout
Alexander
out to
did.
AJ
Josh
Styles.
Alexander. Josh
Oh,
Alexander
okay, all right, it was this match.
I figured.
And I was like, hey, cool. They're doing references because they did this last year, too. When Josh Alexander fought someone. Forgot who it was, but he did the ankle lock and everything. It was against Eric Young. There we go. And when he fought Eric Young last year at Bound for Glory, he did the ankle lock, and they did a bunch of moves from previous Impact Wrestling names, big names. So it was pretty cool. When he did the Styles Clash, I was like, hey, nice. But ultimately, it wasn't enough. I wasn't surprised by the outcome. I was just surprised that they didn't follow it up with what I thought would be the case, which was Chris Sabin coming out and declaring he's going to activate Option C. Because everyone in this show was promoting Hard to Kill for next year.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Grace, after winning the Call Your Shot Battle Royal, said, I'm gonna call my shot at Hard to Kill. Who else? Someone else said at Hard to Kill they're going to do something else. I forgot what. It was in a backstage interview. I forgot who.
Yeah, me too. I forgot. But again, and then the big thing at the end of the show was Impact will be changing to TNA for next year at Hard to Kill.
We're back!
So,
even though Lou doesn't understand. Lou doesn't understand the marketing there.
Whatever. I mean, I had to look up into it. I'm like, okay, fine, you changed the name, but I get it. I know. And the reason, and here, it's also my fault. Like, I'm getting into Impact Wrestling. I wasn't into TNA wrestling back then. I mean, I would see it every once in a while, but now I'm into Impact Wrestling. So it's like, to me, it's like, what are you doing? What are you changing? What's going on? But I understand there's a history to this, so fine. TNA.
What I'm curious about is, will they bring back? They're not going back to the six-sided ring.
No. I heard it was too many injuries for the wrestlers with six-sided ring. Too many injuries were occurring with that before, so they're not bringing that
makes
back.
Sense.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and then eventually, Impact later on. I heard it'll be like another show. So you're gonna have Impact and TNA and all that kind of stuff going. TNA Impact.
Hey,
yeah,
I for one support. I, for one, support ECW 2.0. Okay,
there you go.
Impact in the wrestling wars of 2020s. Impact is very clearly the number 3, the solid number 3. They supposedly lost it at one point to ROH for a brief point, but they've got it back. And I fully support them. And I also support Main Event Jeff preventing Lou from getting a point.
No, what?
Yes, of course. It was wonderful. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Congratulations to Main Event Jeff for getting a point in this one. And, also, by the way, preventing you from getting a point, too. Every single time you keep bringing up me not getting a point, you're not getting a point either. You know that, right?
The thing is, Lou, there was a... Never mind. Look, all I'm gonna say is, I look forward to watching you sweat in TFS Pod Trivia.
Oh no!
There you go.
Oh no!